Good morning, all of you. Today's lecture I will going to nuclear chemistry, paper number MCT I 301, unit first, systematic of alpha, beta, and gamma decay. Content: alpha decay, energy curve, spectra of alpha particles, Giger-Newton law, theory of alpha decay, penetration of potential barrier, beta decay, range of energy relationship, beta spectrum, Fermi theory of beta decay, matrix elements, allowed and forbidden transitions, Curie plots, gamma decay, nuclear energy level, selection rule, isomeric transition, internal conversion, and Auger effect. Introduction. Nuclear chemistry deals with the study of nuclear particles, nuclear force, and nuclear reactions. This field began with the discovery of radioactivity. A good deal of knowledge are accumulated during the next few decades, and this led to the discovery of artificial radioactivity. The release of tremendous amount of energy through nuclear reaction become possible with the development of artificial radioactivity. Nuclear chemistry, therefore, constitutes an important branch of science. The release of nuclear energy hold out great hope for the future as the present natural and resources of energy are fast approaching enhancement. Then radioactivity. The French physicist Henri Becquerel in 1895, a year after the discovery of X-ray, observed that a photographic plate in thick black paper which had been placed by chance in the same drawer which contains certain uranium salt had become affected or fouled. Becquerel concluded that uranium salt emitted certain rays which had penetrating properties similar to X-ray. He found soon after that these rays also cause ionization of air. Helium called these rays as radioactive rays and the property of giving out these rays as radioactivity. A year later, Marie Curie and her husband, Pierre Curie, discovered the element polonium, which was many times more radioactive than uranium. 2 years later, they discovered another element, radium. This element was found to be 3 million times more radioactive than uranium. Shortly afterwards, G.C. Smith and M. Curie independently discovered that thorium compound were also radioactive. Since then, a large number of radioactive substances have been discovered. In fact, it is now known that elements having atomic number greater than 83 are all radioactive. The nuclei of these elements are unstable and decompose or disintegrate spontaneously with the emission of radioactive radiation. Then this topic study to alpha decay, beta decay, and gamma decay. Then physicists have called the three types of radiation emitted by nuclei: alpha decay, beta decay, and gamma decay. The three first letters of the Greek alphabets. Alpha radiation is the same for the emission of the alpha particles, in fact, and helium. Nuclei beta radiation is the emission of electrons. or positrons. And gamma radiation is the term used for the emission of electric photons. When uranium salt were found in 1896 to produce unknown emission, two types of radiation, X-ray and cathode ray, have been just discovered. At that time, nuclei, electrons and photons were unknown. It would take decreases before the origin of all these rays were properly understood. But a few years to identify their nature, independently cathode rays and X-rays were found to be electrons and photons like beta gamma radiations. Okay. Alpha, beta and gamma decay are the results of the three fundamental forces. Firstly, strong force, weak force, and then most important, electromagnetic force. In all three cases, the emission of radiation increases the nucleus stability by adjusting its proton-neutron ratio. In the case of alpha radiation, the nucleus attempts to find stability by emitting an alpha particle identical to a helium nucleus, 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Beta radiation involves the transformation of a neutron into a proton through the emission of an electron. Or the process the transformation of a proton into neutron through the emission of positron, similar to an electron but with a positive charge. Then gamma radiation is simply a loss of energy by the nucleus, a disexcitation much like an emission of light or X-ray. By energetic atoms, alpha and beta decay almost always leave the nucleus in an excited state. Gamma emission brings the nucleus down to a more stable energetic state. I will discuss diagrammatically this diagram. First of all, these molecules are radium molecule. Okay. This nucleus of radium, atomic mass number 226. Then 93% of cases, this molecule radium are emitted alpha particle and to form daughter molecule of radon. Then, however, in cases 7% of this case, radium molecule emitted gamma particle and to form daughter molecule of radon. Is that clear? Means 93% of radium molecule emitted to alpha particle, and then each cases 7% of radium molecule emitted gamma particle, then from daughter nuclei radon. But main part are radium as a ground state term to form radon molecule to emit alpha particle. Then radon molecule excited state comes from, then emit gamma particles. Is that clear? Radium molecule, alpha particle emit to form daughter nuclei, radon molecule, these state are ground state term. Then radium molecule emitted gamma radiation, gamma particle, then daughter nuclei form radon molecule. These states are excited state. I will discuss alpha particles, the symbol, masses, penetrating power, ionizing power and shielding effect. Then alpha particles, I know symbol, penetrating power very low, ionizing power very high and shielding paper skin. Beta particle penetrating intermediate ionizing power intermediate and shielding aluminum. Gamma particle penetrating power very high, ionizing power very low, and then shielding 2 inches lead. Then I will discuss equation and diagrammatically explain alpha decay, beta decay and gamma decay. Then decay types, radiation emitted, generic equation and model. Firstly, alpha particle to emit daughter nuclei and then emitted alpha particles. For example, uranium 92 238 get thorium molecule form 90 234 plus helium alpha particle 2 4. Then beta decay. I will discuss alpha decay. Okay, means this nuclei, parent nuclei, then atomic mass -4 and atomic number -2 to form daughter nuclei and then emitted alpha particle. Okay, beta decay. Parent nuclei, daughter nuclei and then beta particle. Daughter nuclei atomic mass as it is and atomic number +1. Okay, for example, sodium 11 gives magnesium 12 plus beta particle. Okay, then lastly gamma emission. Parent nuclei as it is daughter nuclei, no change atomic mass number, then emitted gamma particle or energy or gamma rays. Okay, next I will discuss alpha decay. The 3 naturally occurring radioactive series provided a sizable number of alpha emitters spanning a very large range of half-life. The identity of alpha particle as helium-2 plus ion was established as early as 1903 and the monoenergetic nature of alpha ray. Main monoenergetic nature of alpha rays. In alpha decay, the parent nucleus emits alpha particles, leaving behind a daughter nucleus of 4 mass unit less and charge 2 unit less. Shifting to place left in periodic table. Okay. For example, another example. Radium 88 atomic number, 226 atomic mass number, then will gives daughter nuclei. Radon 86 atomic number, 222 atomic mass number and alpha particle emits. Another example, bismuth being the heaviest stable nuclide in naturally all nuclides of atomic number greater than 210 and atomic mass number greater than 210 and atomic number 83 tends to decay of alpha emission. Okay, takes to decay of alpha emission. This example, another example, then nuclear disintegration process that emits alpha particles is called alpha decay. An example of nucleus that undergoes alpha decay is uranium 238. The alpha decay of uranium 238 is, for example, I will discuss let us slide of uranium examples. In this nuclear change, the uranium atom transmutated into an atom form of thorium, and in the process give of alpha particles. Look at the symbol for the alpha particles. Helium atoms are alpha particles. Where does an alpha particles get this symbol? The bottom number in nuclear symbol is the number of protons. That means that the alpha particles has 2 protons in it, which were lost by uranium atom. The 2 protons also have charge of positive 2. The top numbers 4 is the mass number or the total of the protons and neutrons in the particle. Because it has 2 protons and total of 4 protons and neutrons, alpha particle must have 2 neutrons. Alpha particles always have this same composition, 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Then diagrammatically explain, emission of alpha particles is given as, okay, parent nuclei uranium 92 and 238, decay event, then alpha particle emit helium nuclei, and daughter nuclei thorium 90 atomic number, 238 atomic mass number. Main key, pink balls are proton and blue balls are neutron. Next point, energy curve. The range in air of the alpha particles from some natural alpha emitters are measured by the magnetic deflection method. The range increases monotonically, the energy will be increases. The range is plotted against the energy. Their resulting range energy curve can be used to find the energy of alpha particles, whose range in air is measured. The two reactions producing alpha particles have been found to be valuable for the range energy relation. For example, lithium molecule plus neutron will get alpha particle plus hydrogen molecule plus energy. Q means energy, where Q is 4.7882 0.023 million electron volt. The energy of alpha particle is 2.057 plus or minus 0.010 million electron volt. With the point provided by this nuclear reaction and with recent improvement in the knowledge of the relationship between ionization and energy loss, it has been possible more extensive and more accurate range energy curve. Then energy curve of alpha particles, potential energy versus kinetic energy or range versus energy. Firstly, alpha particle inside, repulsion of Coulomb force, then alpha particle outside, alternative nuclear force. Next point, spectra of alpha particles. The energy spectrum of alpha particles from a given nuclide consists of a few sharp monoenergic lines corresponding to the decay of the parent nucleus to various excited and ground level of the daughter nucleus. The maximum energy of decay is the equivalent of mass loss. Equation: energy is equal to mp minus in bracket mr plus m alpha bracket complete 931 million electron volt, where mr means is the mass of the recoiling daughter nuclei. This energy E is shared between the recoil nuclei and the alpha particle as their kinetic energy in the inversion ratio of the masses. E is equal to ER plus E alpha, and ER into E alpha is equal to E alpha into M alpha. Alpha decay spectrum of americium. Relative mass energy million electron volt, then versus kinetic energy. Then americium alpha decay to produce neptunium 93 237. Then parent nuclei, daughter nuclei to produce emit alpha particles. Okay. Next point, Ginger-Newton law. An interesting relation have been observed between the energy of the alpha particles emitted and the half-life period of the emitter. As the energy of the alpha particle increases from nuclei to nuclei, their half-life diminishes rapidly. As the energy increases from about 4 million electron volt to 9 million electron volt, the half-life period decreases from 10 raised to 17 second to 10 raised to minus 7 second. The extraordinary variation between the energy of alpha emitter from different nuclei and their half-life was correlated by Ginger and Newton in the form of empirical law known after them. Using the decay constant in place of the half-life period, lambda is equal to 0.693 by time, the law may be stated as log lambda is equal to A log E plus B. Decay constant of Ginger-Newton law. Okay. Graph uranium series first, second thorium series, 3 actinium series. A correlation between the lifetime and energy of the alpha particle emission was noticed by Ginger and Newton as early as 1921, and they will discuss equation log lambda is equal to A plus B into log Ra. Then R alpha proportional to V cube, where A series 4 plus 2 uranium series, B series 4n plus 0 thorium series, and C series 4n plus 3 actinium series. With A and B are constant in phi, log lambda versus log E. For different alpha emitter are plotted all the non-alpha active nuclides of a given series fall on the same line. The 3 line for the naturally occurring series 4n plus 0, 4n plus 2 and 4n plus 3 roughly parallel. The empirical law of Ginger-Newton remained inexplainable in the beginning, but later the theory of alpha decay was developed. Okay, thank you.